Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about PAM backdoor. This is basically not a privilege escalation. If you are thinking it is privilege escalation, no. This is more of a persistence mechanism. But otherwise, also, if you have multiple servers and if you don't care about security, this is something you can do to achieve this. But beware that this will be very insecure. So let me quickly show you what we need to do and how do we do this. The code will be in my GitHub repo, and GitHub repo link would be in the description. Please check that out. And basically, all we need is a single file, which is this myauth.c. And if you look at this file, it is very straightforward. First, we are using few include statements. Also note that some parts of this were taken from Pam Dures, where he creates a Pam model for Dures, but most of the code I have removed. I have only used some part of the code from him. But then once that is done, then there are few things that are related to PAM that you need to do, like SM open session, SM close session, SM accounting management. In all of these cases, it just returned success. The main part is here where we say PAM SM authenticate. This is the function which will be called when you try to authenticate, and it is working as a PAM module. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a shared object with this, and then we are going to configure PAM to use this shared object. So in this we have to basically define some variables, and once those are defined, then we allocate the return data, and it will be just size of integer. We get the user. There is a function for doing this, which is pam get user, and then we do pam get auth okay to check whether auth was okay or not. Once these two things are done, what we want to do is basically that instead of verifying the password or anything, we want to have a configurable constant password that we can use, and this should work for all users that are present in the etc password file, right? So if you see here, I am just saying 123, and this is being compared with p. This p is the one which is coming from auth talk. So this will be compared with this, and if it is 0, then I am returning PAM success. Now what this does is basically it tells the OS that authentication has been successful, and hence it actually doesn't check for the actual password. Now once this is done, I have a makefile for this, which uses basically myauth.c and compiles it. And once this is compiled, then we create a shared object. This shared object is copied to libx64 linux gnu security pam myauth.so. This is the default folder where all the PAM modules go, and I am calling this file as pam underscore myauth.so. This is the output file, right? So this we have to remember, because if we don't remember this, then we will not be able to configure the PAM module. And then we are using myauth.o, which is created by the first thing. Now once this is done, then we need to go to etc pam.d, and there will be multiple configurations here which are used for various options, right? For example, there is one for sudo, there is one for su minus l, sudo minus I, and so on and so forth. But what we are interested in is common auth. This is something which is required, used by all the modules. So if we go to common auth, basically you will see here that it is using a function called as pam-unix.so, and it is allowing null passwords. Now what we want to do is we want to have another module that can be used in which is our module. So if our module fails, then it goes to pam-unix.so, which basically means that when I enter 123, it will be accepted as a password. But if I have entered anything other than 123, then it will actually check the original password, and if it matches, it will allow you to log in, retaining the original behavior. If we don't do that, then if we change this here to my auth, then it will not allow anyone to log in with their own passwords also, which is not a good idea, right? So what we can do is, I have a PAM mold here which will show what we need to do. So we will add one more auth line here with success equals 2. This goes in decrementally, right? So it decrements like this. So if I had one more module, then I would have put it as success equals 3. That would go before this. By default, we will ignore this if it doesn't return a success. The module that we want to call is pam_myauth.so. Remember, this is the file name that we had given in my make file as well, right? And null okay we are mentioning. So let me add this first. So I will give my sudo password here. Once I have done that, I can go to etc pam.d and vi common auth. So I will copy this my auth line from this file and come here, paste this line here. So now my common auth file is modified. Let's also check that I don't have this file, right? So this file, I'll check whether it exists or not right now. Probably it will, because I was just checking this whether it works or not. Remove, and once it is removed, we can see that I have few users here. I have user AK, and if I want to do su minus AK, before that let me show you that I am copying this password from here. So I will do su minus AK and copy paste this password. Copy, paste, and as you would see, this password doesn't work, right? Now we want to copy this or make this module. Since this is copying it in /lib folder, we need to use sudo for make. Do a sudo make, and it should have copied this file. So if I check this is this file is existing now. If I check, my password is still copied there. So if I do su minus AK, paste, I am in. And this is for all the users, right? So if I just do su minus and do paste, this will work. If I do sudo su minus I don't need a password because my user already had this, but I can log into AK sudo su minus sudo su minus, and I will say password that I can paste, and it's he's not in aka is not in sudo as file, but the password is not incorrect, right? uh, just to show that this will work for all other users, I can do etc password. But remember that we are not changing the way the application behaves, which basically means that if I do su minus ntp sec and give this password 123, you will see that the account is currently not available. This is because of this no login. Although there are ways you can get over it, right? If you want, you can just copy bash as user has been no login, and it will automatically start working. So you will be able to log in as any user. But right now, with the settings that we have done, any user which has correct shell set will be able to log in with the password that we have used right now. Any user which has no login as the shell, he will not be able to log in, and this applies to root user as well. So thank you all.